intro.
Is the video open?
Yes, it started.
Alright, so you guys just want to do an intro.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, what's going on? This is our new podcast, the Triple Double TV podcast. So we'll probably be posting on this from now on. I just barfed because we're drinking Mountain Dew, but we are also going to post some gaming stuff over on another channel, Triple Double TV Gaming. So go check that out.
Description, bitches.
Yeah, so we'll have that over there. We're probably gonna post like this and then like some other like real life content on here. Like probably play some basketball once like the snow melts and stuff because we're in New England. And yeah, so let's just like get right into the podcast. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Yeah. I'm Ryan, so you guys know me from like the super old videos, and then these two are.
Well, I'm just Vid. I play a lot of Madden. So much Madden as I already have like a full month played on the game. It's a crippling addiction I need to stop. I have a YouTube channel, Just Vig, over there. I don't really post that often, but I'm gonna try and post more. Brady, you wanna go now?
Yeah, I'm Brady, and I don't post at all. To be honest, I don't post at all. But I gotta start posting, so yeah. Madden.
Yeah, just we'll plug the links in the description to the YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna change the name of mine pretty soon. Probably like today because it's awful. But yeah, let's just like get right into like the podcast. I guess like what do you guys want to talk about?
I feel
probably
like
just like what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
This and the other channel.
So, I mean, this is gonna be our in real life content. So like basketball, football,
and obviously podcasts as well.
Yeah. Vlogs.
I don't know why you guys don't want to watch any part of our lives. We're pretty boring people, but
That is true.
we'll see what happens. Try to have some fun. And bring you guys along with the ride.
And also on the other gaming channel. I mean, what are we gonna post on the gaming channel anyway?
Probably
Madden.
some group content. Madden.
This is a tricky
Fortnite.
COD.
No, we do not play that.
I am not gonna play Fortnite that much. So I mean,
I
I'll
know
play it once in a while, but like.
We all started our individual channels, right? And that was what we did the entire time, pretty much for the first like 6 months, and it was just terrible. It was I'm terrible at that game, awful. I'm terrible at most video games, as you guys can probably tell if you've watched my other video game videos. So I am more of like a I'm not really that good at anything. But,
He's a support character.
I'm good at talking. Kind of. I talk a lot.
You're
So if
loud.
that means that I'm good, then I'm good. I don't really know if that's what that means, and by me stuttering, I don't think that's what that means. So
Public speaking, you gotta get better at that.
I stutter so much. Oh shit! I spilled my Mountain Dew everywhere.
But
Whatever, it's fine.
definitely, we might play some COD with Lige.
Yeah.
Yellowbird.
Yellowbird.
I
Jimmy
don't play
John's?
God. I was actually probably gonna make some videos because I had just got NBA 2K15 and Tiger Woods 08, so I'll probably make a video on Tiger Woods 08 in the next like week or two. And I'm not sure. I'll probably definitely stream it on Twitch, which I'll also probably link in the description here. But then I just gotta wait for this kid to edit it for me.
Hey. I'm too lazy.
I know you are. All right. Brady, you got anything to talk about?
No. Other than EA bed me over yesterday.
You want to talk? Tell him about that.
If you
EA bent me over and put PVC
Dude,
in my ass.
that's gonna be our thumbnail.
boy.
Picture of Brady saying EA bent me over.
EA bent me over. Remember when we were at Brady's house and I was just saying EA put it in me?
put a clip of that in.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
EA sucks.
EA is really bad. It's a horrible company. I'm praying for NCAA football to be good though, or whatever they call it, college football on EA or whatever. I don't know what they call it. But I really pray that's a good game because if that's a good game, I think it'll fix Madden. I really hope that it'll push them to fix Madden in the way that it is. If a lot of people get that game and it's a success and it's a good playable game, I really hope that the developers over at EA try to fix Madden. I don't think that they will though because it's EA, and
they're gonna have two teams working on separate things, and I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
I know,
point.
but
in
I hope
Madden
that
is
they
money.
kind of compete and try to make both games as good as possible.
That is fact.
Because Madden was better. It was significantly better when NCAA football was a thing. We're winning that competition. Ending that competition right there kind of ruined Madden in a way. So I just hope that that's not how it goes.
That is true. I mean, I remember playing the old NCAA games just with my brother on the Wii.
Were
It
they even
was
on
so
the Wii?
fun. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
I
even- I
had
didn't even know they were
I had
on
NCAA 09 with the Michigan Spartan, the Michigan State Spartans mascot on the logo on the
Yeah, I
front.
didn't even know they were on the Wii.
I also have Madden 09 with Brett Favre on the
Same.
cover.
I have it on the PS3.
I have it on the Wii. Dude, Madden's so weird to play on the Wii.
It's awful. It's like
It's so
unplayable.
bad.
Like I played it a ton as a kid, but it's just so bad.
It's like the same thing as playing Madden on a Switch. It's just not what it's used for.
It's just impossible. But
Nice.
but I want to turn your ringer off, buddy.
Nice.
As we diverge from our hatred of Madden, just kind of want to talk about some other plans we have for the future. So we definitely do want to do some like real life content, like some challenges and stuff, some basketball games, probably some football as well. So if you guys are interested in that.
Possibly hockey.
Maybe a little bit of wiffle ball too. Maybe a little bit of that.
No soccer shit.
No
soccer. If you
day.
if you want us to play soccer, get out. Get out.
Or 100 likes.
Yeah.
Or-
Or 100
or-
likes. If you give us 100 likes, we'll play soccer.
I will.
For 6
we-
hours. We'll
we
do a 6-hour soccer video. I don't care.
6-hour soccer live stream
If you guys blow this up, we will do a 6-hour soccer live stream. Yeah, that works for me.
in the snow.
And he gets 200 likes,
Yeah.
we will throw Elijah in the snow.
Okay.
You guys want to see that?
No,
I don't think
five likes
you guys
for
haven't even
that.
seen Lige yet, have you?
Lige is a interesting
Lige's a
character.
dumbass. Don't even blur that out, Vig. I don't care. Don't beep that out. Lige is a dumbass. He's stupid. That's all.
He doesn't even realize he has so many double standards, and
He's Lige.
yeah, I mean, he's
Don't
just a
want to call him
retard.
out here, but he's Lige. He's
He's a
Lige.
retard.
You guys know him. You've watched one of his videos. You've watched him on, I think, on mine. You've probably watched him on his as well. He's Lige.
Watch one of the Fortnite Fridays. Just
Yeah,
No, yeah,
watch-
just watch him call
watch any of the old
Watch-
Fortnite videos.
watch-
you guys
watch-
will see.
on Brady's channel. Watch Lige call Ryan a fucking baboon.
orangutan.
An orangutan.
Link in the
I think
description.
you guys can hear that. You guys probably hear that. Because I'm smacking it with my mic.
Well, God, Fortnite. I can't believe how bad that game is now.
Dude, it
Sad.
really fell off. It really, really fell off hard.
I feel.
So here's my thing on that is I played from like season 0 basically like 2 days after it came out to like season 8, like halfway through season 8, stopped for like a year, then came back in like March, April because of COVID, and then played it for a while, and then this summer I just stopped again because it was awful. It's unplayable at this point.
Playground
Chapter
and
2
Creative.
season 2 actually wasn't that bad. If you
Yeah.
guys got to play that, I think you'd agree. I know the community's bad, but the gameplay that season actually wasn't that bad.
I feel like Fortnite.
But after that, it just fell off so hard.
I feel like it's the community though that's the worst part about it.
yeah, but the
Six-year-olds.
It's just
gameplay at this point's even bad too.
Yeah, because all you face is sweats who do free builds and solos,
Yeah.
and you just can't get a shot off because they're constantly blocking with the walls. It was really Playground and Creative that ruined the game. As much as like Playground's a great addition, it just
That's how
it ruined it
It's a
because
sweat-
like immediately
Spawn.
after Playground came out, 90s or what was it? Like coning became a thing. Like
build battles.
field battles became even more intense, higher.
Also, guys, we're just learning how to do this podcast thing, so you guys gonna see this. Big, I just realized that it's coming whenever we talk. So if you're not talking and I'm not talking, you should probably just mute the microphone and turn it off. So, Brady, Brady, you got anything to say? Brady's gonna sit there.
I wasted too much money on Fortnite.
Me too, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I did the same
Big, you gotta unmute.
Dumbass, I did.
Oh.
There we go. It's working. It's working.
Have fun with that.
Have fun with that, guys, because that's not getting edited out.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, it's like the same thing. What I do with Madden, well, not this year. Actually, no. It's starting to get bad this year. I mean, I paid $100 for the game, just so I can get free shit at the beginning of the year.
I spent $100
The best
on
card
2K.
I got at the beginning of the year out of all that is an 86 Chris Jones.
Hey, at least it's not 2K. 2K, actually, that's what I'm going to talk about.
Fuck
We're calling
you.
out 2K right now. 2K, worst game of all time. 2K21 is the worst game of all time. I know that you guys can hear me, and I know that this is loud. I'm getting my point across. It is the worst game of all time. On current gen, on next gen, doesn't matter. Worst game of all time. Do not waste your money on it.
I wasted $100 to get some dog shit pre-order.
Terrible. Awful game. I'm going to play it on next gen, right, once I get it, but terrible game. That's all.
At least Madden's kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah, 2K's ass.
Unless you get bent over by EA, but other than that, me. It's me.
So 2K is just the Fortnite community with even shittier gameplay. That's it.
No, an older Fortnite community.
No, same age. It's just the Fortnite community.
Yeah, but also the Fortnite community added on to, like, you know, being booted off and DDoSing. 2K is so bad now. Like, I would only play, like, my career team. And then maybe some of my team.
Yeah, that's because, like, no other game mode is playable, and they do that intentionally to make it where they make the money on the microtransactions. Just like Madden. The only game mode that's playable is Ultimate Team, and even that's barely playable, right? You guys know this if you play either of these games. The only game modes that are even somewhat playable are the games with those microtransactions. And that's not a good thing. Believe it or not, that's not a good thing. Believe it or not. You know, having to pay $15 to make your player decent is not a good thing. You should be able to just play. Like, my favorite sports game for, like, actually listening to the community and everything is probably MLB The Show. Because not everything requires a microtransaction. The game is playable if you don't want to put any extra money into it, which I usually don't. You don't need to play Diamond Dynasty to have fun. You can play Road to the Show. You can play Franchise. Doesn't matter. And even on Diamond Dynasty, you don't really need to put any money in because they got enough free stuff where you can have basically a perfect team from just doing challenges. Whereas, I mean, Madden drops cards all the time. Most of their cards are only available through buying packs.
They do they have rapidly increased.
They do give away a lot of free cards, right? But they don't give away top tier cards through challenges. And that's my biggest issue. Is yes, there should be some pack exclusive cards. That's how you make your money, right? But there should also be some very good high-level cards that you should be able to get through just putting the time in. And that you just don't see that with Madden. And it's also damn near impossible to get started without putting some money in because you need to have a good enough team to be able to earn any sort of coins to get the team to be better.
I have a perfect example of why microtransactions in MUT is way better than literally just putting the time in. I have a month played on Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Only Madden Ultimate anyway. And I right now have a 95 team. It's really good. It's very good. I'll use it every game. It's super good. But Lige, of course, you know, he puts maybe thousands of dollars into the game. I have no idea. And it's not even his money.
$500
mom's credit card
money into the game. $500 of his mom's money into the game.
Not paid back. Not paid back either.
Doesn't
And
do
his
any
team's
challenges.
damn near perfect. 97 overall team.
Yeah.
Just from putting money into it.
It's a
You
perfect.
shouldn't be able to just put a shit ton of money into it and have a 10 times better team than a guy who
Loves the
is
game.
great at the game, plays it a ton, right? Works hard, puts his time in, gets all the challenges done. You should be able to at least be close. You know, the team should be similar in level. Like, he's so much better, so he'll beat him 10 times out of 10, right?
Yeah.
He's way better at the game right here. But the fact that he's able to just put in all this money, you shouldn't even have the ability to put in that much money. That's my biggest issue, actually.
Where he is, he shouldn't put that much money
There
into
shouldn't be a necessity, right, to put in money to get any sort of packs. Obviously, you need to have that ability, right? But it shouldn't be a necessity. There shouldn't be packs that are point exclusives. You should be able to buy it with coins. That's also another issue. There shouldn't be point exclusive packs. You should be able to buy it with coins, training, all that other stuff. The Madden point exclusive packs are the most annoying and just, I think, wrong thing. You just shouldn't have that. It shouldn't be you have to put in money to get stuff. That's all. That's probably the biggest issue. Is all these Madden Point exclusive packs, where you can't buy it with coins, just kind of doesn't really make any sense to me. And also making those level packs where you're supposed to get a ton of coins from. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Level 62 or whatever level packs. Those should be for free. You should get those for earning the level. That would make so much more sense and get rid of the need for microtransactions to be the largest part of the game.
I have a complaint. So they actually did add for level, I believe, 73, a level exclusive pack for coins. It was like 250k coins for a Series 3 Redux player, and you could get an 86-7 Ingram or like a 96 Hines Ward. It's just not worth it. And I have a complaint because I could have gotten like 300k just from like 1 point pack, like they gave you an 88 quick sell player, and that would have been so much more worth it. And then the next premium pack at level 78 is the same pack but for points. They have become very lazy. I'm almost max level. Holy, I'm almost 78. But they just need to take, especially like point bundles. I don't think that like the $50 bundles. I feel like you should be able to buy those with coins.
They should definitely be coin available. Making all these packs, like 2K, I think actually does it right here. So they make their points currency, VC, available to earn through gameplay. That's what Madden needs to do. You shouldn't have to buy Madden points. You should be able to buy coins, right? So it's the same thing. You can earn it through buying or gameplay. That also makes it significantly easier, right, for people who don't have the budget to put money in and are actually able to just play the game and earn it, right, to get very good teams. And I think that you will agree with me on this, and I think that you will agree with me on this. That is one thing that 2K does better than Madden, is they make their main currency available through earning it or putting the money in. Madden needs to do that soon, or else I think it could die out similarly to how 2K has.
I feel like you should be able to earn it through like face of the franchise, really, and hopefully they can make like a face of the franchise like online, like where something like the park in 2K. That'd be really fun, but knowing EA, they're not gonna do that, and it'll stay microtransaction because they need their money. Really, NCAA 09 was the last, not NCAA, Madden 09 was the last true Madden, because in the Madden 10 or whatever it's called, they added Ultimate Team and it started becoming more and more about money from then on.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the Madden's pre-Madden 16 pretty much, even Madden 16 was a pretty good game, right? But before that, the main focus was definitely still probably Ultimate Team, right? But it wasn't the only game mode that they put any effort into. Face of the franchise, all these other stuff have stayed the same for years. I don't care. They added Superstar KO. They added Face of the franchise. Face of the franchise is literally just, what was it called last year? It's terrible, but what was it called last year? Yeah, QB1 and whatever the other one was, Underdog or whatever it was.
Long shot,
that's what it was. I don't really care. It's been the same thing since they brought it in. It hasn't changed. And Superstar KO, it's literally the same screen to go into it. It looks exactly the same. So does franchise. They don't even add like another look to it. It looks exactly the same. It's exactly the same. It's just a copy and paste. Same with even Ultimate Team's copy and paste.
Basically, yeah.
Ultimate Team is copy and paste. They do the same cards every year pretty much. You can predict who's going to come out and when, because they do the same thing every year. It's the same game. It's been the same game since Madden 18. Nothing's changed.
Really in Ultimate Team, they just keep those core promos like Most Feared, Zero Chill, and like Super Bowl. But they do sprinkle in promos in between. Like this year, the 50 promo. It wasn't a bad promo.
It's the same one as last year.
It's basically NFL 100 without X Factors, basically, is what I would say that was.
They just changed the name of the promos every year.
And made the cards less OP.
And make it exactly the same.
They did have
I remember back in Madden 17, there was a Movember promo. In breast cancer awareness promo. And now because of cancel culture, they're doing Black History Month promo in February, which is totally fine. And they're probably going to have to do a
Unfortunately.
gay appreciation month in June.
Go you.
And go you.
No, we get who's the guy, Michael Sam or something, and we'll get a free one of his cards. That's perfect.
You'll get a 90.
And this isn't even me being mean, right? Like I'm not joking. Like that, I hope they actually give him a good card. It would be a cool thing. It would be a cool thing to show support, and I actually think that's a really good idea. But Madden needs to sprinkle in those types of promos. I love adding those types of promos.
I love the breast cancer awareness promo.
Like the Black Lives Matter promo. I wish they did it better. They should have done it a lot better, or whatever it's called. The Black History Month promo, same thing.
99 George Floyd.
Yeah, like they should.
99.
They could have
say
made
it.
they could have made a better card. Is what I'm saying. Like they should have done it better. I don't think one card really is a promo, and also one card that's like very difficult to get. Like I think that it would have been better if they
And
did
he's
it.
dog
Like,
shit.
yeah, I wish it was a good card. So if they just made it like a bunch of cards of just people who in football who have helped progress civil rights, maybe like something like that, like some players from the '60s. Some like
99.
obviously what's his
Okay.
name? What's his name? Who they did? What's his
Pollard.
name? Yeah, they should do a Fritz Pollard card.
They already have one.
Yeah, I know, but they should have done it and then added some other stuff to make it a true like actual promo and not just a one card thing. And the card's really really bad. I mean, I think the 90 overall has like 89 speed. Yeah,
And he's
come on.
black, come on.
And he moves like a truck.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they should have just made it a little bit of a better promo.
But they really should just add I know Willie Lanier and Bobby Bell on the Chiefs back in the '60s were some of the pioneers of black persons in the NFL. And it's the same thing with Jackie Robinson. Yeah, same thing, but whatever. They really should just. I think they should add the breast cancer awareness promo back in though. That's one of my favorite promos all year, and they just removed it.
Another one that I think that they need to do soon. What's another promo that they should do? I think they should definitely add in a promo for situations they should definitely do a military promo where they add
in Madden 16 they had a Veterans Day promo.
Yeah, where they add a Pat Tillman card or something like that. I think that would really add to the game and make it a lot more entertaining to play at least. Maybe add some guys who skipped out on the NFL to go overseas, go to war, or maybe a Roger Staubach card maybe. Something like that, because he went to Navy, I believe.
Yeah, also Villanueva, Steelers.
Yeah, definitely.
Military school. I remember back in Madden 16 they added, I think a Memorial Day. They didn't add a Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman should get a card if they do that type of promo because he's obviously an American hero.
Yeah, so I just... he forgot to turn his mic on when he was talking, so I had to put mine over there. But, yeah, I mean, I think that Madden could definitely do well. I just don't think that they want to. I think they'd rather just have it easy and make their money every year, because they know they'll make their money. I think the only way for it to really get better is when the college football game comes out. I think that'll really pressure them to make a good game, because I think a lot of people are going to not buy Madden and buy that game. I know I will probably be one of them. I think there's a chance that I'm one of them. I think I'd rather buy that game, because at least it'll be fun without the microtransactions. I would much rather play a game that I will enjoy. Obviously, I'm not going to pre-order it, and I probably will end up getting it and Madden, let's be honest. But, yeah, I mean, if I like that game better, I'm probably just going to... It's going to be tough for them, because they really gotta either tie or one-up that college football game to stay alive.
And they really do need to improve on franchise.
I
did, dumbass.
It doesn't show up until later.
Yeah, I know, but they really actually should just upgrade franchise mode and face of the franchise. The yard sounded really cool. It sounded like a park thing. It was so bad. I thought I was gonna be able to play that and have fun on it. It's just not. I think they really need to add. I think they need to tie face of the franchise and the yard together to make something that's actually decent. And they don't know how to make a My Career type thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's honestly it would be pretty good for football as well. I feel like they could definitely do something similar to I know nobody really liked it, but what did they call it? Not the park, but like the city or whatever they call it, the neighborhood. I feel like they could definitely do that with Madden, and I just think they refuse to, because they don't think that it's gonna be, it's gonna have very much value for them. But I think it would be a really good game mode for them, especially if they didn't require micro transactions to play the game and have fun.
You really could just do the same thing as 2K did and not get away with it. It's like the same thing that Fortnite did. They took aspects of other games and added them to their own game and made it better than the other games. Like reboot bans.
Taking aspects of other games and adding to it
Isn't stealing.
Making it better is, if you put it together and you don't just copy a game completely, but you can take ideas and merge them together to create something really, really, really good. If honestly, you know what I'd like is you take Madden and you do something like GTA, where you have whatever team you're drafted to, you can interact with the city, even though the city's obviously going to be the same for every team. You just got different logos and stuff. It would be really cool, I think. It would be a really interesting thing. You're able to just walk through town, get recognized and everything, do your thing. I think it'd be a really cool game mode. It's kind of like what's like the old career mode, or like Road to Glory, I think.
Yeah.
In NCAA. It was super good because it was in depth. They couldn't do everything that they can now, but they did it in depth. You had to do classes and everything, all that stuff. You really want to get immersed into the gameplay, you can, and you also have the option to just skip the cutscenes and everything. I think that'd be really fun. It would really add to the experience of the game. And I really think that game has so much potential. That's the thing. That's the thing that's annoying. It has so much potential, and they just refuse to fix the game. It could be so much better, and they just refuse to because they don't think that it matters, because they think everybody will keep buying the game. Which, to be honest, they probably will.
I'm still gonna buy the game. It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna buy it. I have fun playing that game, even though it gets me very mad yelling at my TV, getting all red, and I almost broke my desk once. And that would have been bad because I have a glass desk, right? The game is fun, but it makes everyone mad because it's ass, and EA just refuses to make the game better because they know people will buy it every year because it's the only football game out there, and everyone likes football games. And unfortunately, I think it's going to die out because NCAA is going to be that football game again, I think. I hope.
Yeah, I really think that NCAA could take the cake over Madden. I think it's just the concept of college football video games is just so good. You got the mascots, you got the stadiums, and now I'm hearing rumors that there's going to be a create a stadium feature and all that stuff. If they can add that to Madden, beautiful. Create a uniforms at Madden, beautiful. You know what? That's what they need. They just need to add this little stuff. Madden overall, decent game. Gotta fix gameplay a little bit. Just gotta touch it up. You just gotta fix some simple stuff, and it would be a great game. But they refuse to fix the simple stuff. The game doesn't need this big overhaul, right? It just needs to get the little stuff fixed. The gameplay needs to be fixed slightly. It's a little bit too leaning one way or the other every year. It's either too easy to run, too easy to pass, too easy to do this, too easy to do that. You gotta just fix that kind of stuff. And you also got to add, the custom jerseys like 2K. MLB The Show has it. NCAA is rumored to have it. Custom stadiums. Great. We need all that type of stuff. Custom logos, even. We need all that. And you need to add it to franchise and Ultimate Team. It'd be great. I think everybody would love that.
That reminds me, they only just added 5 color rushes and 3 alternate jerseys to Ultimate Team. It took I got so bored of using actual jerseys. I almost wanted to quit just because of the jerseys. They actually need to add the game in with color rush and alternate jerseys already added in, and create the custom jerseys and stadiums. I don't even mind not having custom stadiums. I just want custom jerseys.
See, I think custom stadiums and logos would just really add to the game, though. So, if you could create, literally, fully customizable stadiums. Do you want a dome? What color seats do you want? What color field do you want? What logo do you want in the center? What do you want the end zones to look like? What colors do you want the lines to be? I think that would really just add some cool features to the game. And, it just makes it more entertaining for everybody if you just have stuff like that involved. I just think it really adds to the game and makes it seem a lot more immersive and just a better game overall. And if you have that in both Ultimate Team and franchise, then I think you have a slam dunk of a game. I know that stuff might seem like minor stuff that doesn't really change the way that you see the game, but for me, it would just make it so much better. It just makes the game more like, you can create also expansion teams. We need that as well. You can create your own expansion team and rebuild it with your own logo, your own jersey, your own stadium, your own city. It would just make it so much better.
That reminds me, when in franchise and you relocate, you have the same stock logos they've had since Madden 17 long shot.
Ding, ding, ding.
And it just gets boring at some point. Like there's a lot of things to fix in Madden to make it a way better game. To the point where I think people who don't play Madden will play Madden. Like people who don't enjoy football,
Like soccer
soccer people would enjoy
games.
playing Madden over like watching a soccer game or playing FIFA. FIFA. Doesn't FIFA have custom jerseys?
I believe FIFA has a lot of features that Madden doesn't, and NHL.
NHL's a great lane.
NHL has custom jerseys and custom arenas, but Madden doesn't. Made by the exact same company, so you know that EK can do it, and they just refuse to in Madden. There you go.
Pussies!
But
that just got me riled up because I just remembered that. NCAA, I think 19. I have. You can make custom jerseys, custom feet, custom arenas, everything. And you know what you can't do in Madden 21? You can't do any of that.
they used to have custom stadiums and custom jerseys back in the old Maddens.
I know.
They just removed them.
That's another thing that's awful. You shouldn't remove good features out of your game.
Also, they need to switch to the Unreal Engine. Frostbite is so outdated that physics are terrible. A player could. Yeah, just yesterday, I threw a tight end post to Darren Waller. He let it hit off of his helmet, and it ended up being an interception.
Happened to me too.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast has just become us shitting on Madden. But
And
it's
2K.
well deserved. 2K,
And Fortnite.
Yeah, just shitting on video games. People need to fix their games. It's not that hard. They've had great games in the past. They've had incredible games in the past. Madden, incredible in the past. There's a reason that a lot of people love the game.
Switching to
It
Fall
just
Guys.
hasn't been good right now. And they need to fix that. Madden 22 needs to be the best Madden game of all time, or else they're going to lose their player base. I guarantee you.
Well, basically, this has just been a shitting on EA because EA has made a terrible game.
Sorry, I got worked up right there, guys. Sorry.
EA has basically, I would say, I can rail the gameplay too because I can go back to Madden 19 and say they made running too OP, which they did. Running was way too easy. Passing was too hard because zones played everything. Madden 20 is the same thing. Speaking of fucking gameplay in Madden 20, Eric Dickerson. That's all I have to fucking say.
Gosh.
NFL 100.
Shit.
Yeah, it's his nickname, guys. That was not a racial slur that Brady said. Okay, I know that's also that's actually Joe's
His
nickname. He's had that
Raccoon.
nickname since like second grade. It's shortened
Raccoon.
from Raccoon because he had freckles under his eyes. So don't cancel us
Yeah,
on Twitter.
already.
Okay, it's a
Bleep
nickname.
the shit out.
Trash podcast.
If we say it, we say it. It's a nickname. It's not a slur.
Just wanted to be in the video.
You guys will meet him. He's the whitest kid of all time, so we're not being racist
Christian.
towards him. Okay.
Christian.
Albino
We're good.
looking as.
But okay, well that's nice. Madden 20 ability balancing terrible. You could have 17 human joystick players on the field at the same time. At least this year, AP. It's great. It's a great feature, but still ability balancing. At least they made enforcer balance so you don't fumble, but also quarterback fumbles. They need to make quarterback fumbles realistic. Lamar Jackson barely fumbles, so he shouldn't really fumble. But say like Tom Brady gets rocked by fucking Brian Dawkins and just still has the ball.
Lamar Jackson should fumble in Madden. They don't let him fumble at all. He should fumble sometimes. I know he doesn't fumble much, but if he's getting popped by whoever the hell, if he gets murdered by Taylor Mays across the middle of the field while standing upright, he's gonna fumble. You're not telling me that little 180-pound Lamar Jackson is gonna hold on to the ball when he gets fucking rocked by Taylor Mays, Ronnie Lott, or somebody like that. I'm sorry, EA.
Or shot up
I'm
by
sorry.
Sean
Sean
Taylor.
Taylor.
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor! Yes, Sean
Great
Taylor's even
example.
worse. Yeah, if he gets rocked by Sean Taylor, you're telling me that he's
Or
not going
shot
to
up.
fumble? Yeah, no.
But
Split up, shot up.
they really also throw to sack is terrible. They need to make throw to sack realistic. If you're looking 90 yards downfield for a deep ball, why are you throwing out a sack for that throw? You shouldn't. If you throw out a sack short, fair,
Yeah, it's got to go where it's got to be nerfed.
because throw out a sack, it's a great feature. I like the feature because now, without a gunslinger QB, you can actually get throws away. Gunslinger is not technically a necessity, even though it's very good. And actually, it's the most balanced ability in the game. It's one of the best and one of the most balanced. But throw out a sack is just terrible sometimes, and they either need to remove it or make it more realistic. Because sometimes I'm throwing a ball 80 yards downfield. Josh Allen gets the throw off, but he gets hit as he throws, and he only throws it 5 yards, and it's a pick six.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that I just want to add, I know that Ozguys isn't even over yet, not even close to over. I think we're going to talk about quite a bit more. We don't have a script, so we might be over soon. But, you guys really need to give us some suggestions on videos that we can make. If you guys give us suggestions on stuff that we should talk about on here, and videos that we should make, like real-life videos, challenge videos, stuff like that, just know we definitely have a lower balance, a lower, whatever it's called, a budget, obviously, because we're a bunch of kids. I'm 15, and I think I'm the oldest.
You are.
So, yeah, so we don't really have much of a budget. Like our background right here, $5 flag, a sign that we got for decoration, LED lights that were like a Christmas present, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, literally.
I played video
I
games
think our
on like a $50 TV.
I think our entire
That I got from
setup
Sam's
is
Club.
basically Christmas presents and like cheap stuff, because the laptop that we're using right now, Christmas present. It's a very good laptop. Though.
It is very nice, guys. If you guys could see this, it's pretty.
It's a kind of a low end gaming laptop, but it's perfect for like editing and recording. But I tried playing Fortnite on it. 0 frames. 0 frames. I could probably play Madden on it.
Yeah, and then there's our mics. This is a USB mic that is used for the Wii. That's a USB mic that's used for the Wii on karaoke. Same with this. And then that's my gaming headset.
Very low budget.
Very, very low budget.
Yeah, I think the most income we have.
We've had this since like 2008. That we've had since 2008. That I got last year because my other headset broke.
I feel like the most income we have, right, is possibly me mowing the lawn every week in summer.
Umpiring.
Oh yeah, in umpiring, that too.
$100 a year from umpiring.
That too.
A few $100
I make a few $100 from just mowing my lawn and doing housework.
And shoveling, but not this year.
Yeah, not this year because of COVID. Oh yeah,
But
no, we need to make that business
Our
better, by
content
the
will
way.
probably get better once
Oh yeah, it will.
once we all get jobs and stuff, because we'll put some more money into it.
1 year.
Yeah, cars. Once we can drive around, boys, vlogs in Boston. You guys will wait to see that. That'll be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that kind of stuff. So let's just move on to another topic. I don't really know what else. Yeah, sports. The Patriots or the Benintendi trade.
I'd say Patriots because I feel like we're all decent at that.
Yeah, and then I think after that we go Benintendi trade, and then after that
that's
we go
terrible.
Celtics.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But Patriots, upcoming draft, the team's in shambles. Least talent in the entire NFL. The Jaguars have a more talented team.
Jets are pretty close.
Jets are really close, but still, how do you and I don't know why people are saying Bill Belichick was carried by Tom Brady again. Bill Belichick turned possibly the least talented roster in the NFL into a possible 7th seed.
Possible all-time worst talent in the NFL.
Yeah.
Most of our good players opted out. Cam Newton can't throw a ball more than 5 yards.
Jacoby Myers is our best QB on the roster.
Yeah, Julian Edelman was out for basically the whole year.
Jason McCourty's a bum now. Devin McCourty's
he's
getting
just
old.
He's just old. He's not a bum. He's been hurt. He was hurt
That is true.
the whole year.
Gilmore's
Devin
been
McCourty
hurt.
is still a top 5 safety though.
Gilmore-
He's the best player on the team.
Gilmore?
Gilmore was out the whole year though.
That's
Gilmore played like 6
J.C.
games.
Jackson.
Jackson is
J.C.
still
Jackson,
there.
Gilmore, and then Devin McCourty.
Terrible front seven. Like Jawan Bentley's a great third linebacker. He's terrible in pass coverage.
Okay, I'm
He's
just
a
gonna
run
say
stuffer.
this: Chase Winovich,
Best.
so good. Dietrich Wise, pretty good. We just need some more guys at line. We need more linebackers. If we can get Adam Butler, right? Adam Butler back. Lawrence Guy, he can come back as well. But we
Trade
just
for
need
Blake
we just need
Martinez.
another guy. You know, who was it that we had last year? The big Danny Shelton. We need a guy like that. We need a guy. Yeah, we need a guy who can take up space in the middle.
Hopefully we
'Cause our
can trade
two-
for Vito
our two
Vea.
Tackles. Well, I think he has massive trade value.
That's true.
But
He's
our
probably
two
the
guys
best.
in the middle right now are more. I mean, Adam Butler's
Adam
a pretty
Butler's
big guy.
great.
But Lawrence Guy's like more of an edge rusher. He's just a pass rusher. He's a great player. I love Lawrence Guy. One of the best players to play for Patriots in the last 10 years. Great player. I think he made the All-Decade team.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe he made the 2010's All-Decade team.
For the Patriots?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
he's a great player. He's getting
Haven't
older. If
get-
we can re-sign him for like 1 or 2 years, I'd love that.
I feel like getting. I think Josh Uche, who they drafted this year, is probably going to be a good edge rusher. And getting Dante Hightower back next year is. He's not going to do shit.
I think
because
we
I
can-
feel like we're in a rebuild, like
See,
3
I
to
feel
4 year rebuild.
I feel like Hightower's actually a serious either cut or trade candidate in this offseason.
Yep.
I hate to say it because I love the guy. He's a hero of Super Bowl 51. But great player, too. He's been a great player the whole time that he's been here. Great player the whole time that he's been here. I love the guy. But I just don't think he's worth his contract at the moment. And I think there's a lot of teams looking for a player just like that.
I feel like we can trade the old guys that we have, like Gilmore and Dante Hightower, that have been part.
We're really calling Gilmore old. I think he's like 29.
He's like 30.
He's like 30. That's really not that old, but still.
Still, he's still a top 3 corner in the league at 30, and he's coming up on an extension. I'd trade him for.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
definitely
trade him
I'd
for
definitely
some either player
if
or.
we can trade him for like a
stock.
top 10 first round pick, I'd do it in a
I'm
heartbeat.
down.
Give it to
Any
the
first
Jets.
round pick, pretty much.
I would draft a quarterback, I would draft a quarterback or Devontae Smith or Jamon Chase. Because
Honestly,
if
I
you
would
have
not.
faith
I
in
would,
Jack
hey,
Stidham,
you know, I wouldn't put it past the Jaguars. I would not put it past the Jaguars. Gilmore, our first, and something else. Would not put it past the Jaguars. It's the Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence, let's go, baby.
No, I'm kidding. We aren't going to be able to do that. But the Jets might trade number 2. They've been talking about possibly trading number 2.
They
If
might
we
trade
go
him
and get
to
Zach
the
Wilson,
Texans.
if we can go trade maybe some pieces like Gilmore, our first, and throw something else in for him, and go get that pick, and then they ride with Darnold, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't care what else we're giving up. If we give up Winovich, I don't care. Winovich, Gilmore, and
Our first.
our first for this year for the second overall pick,
I don't
in a
think-
heartbeat,
I don't-
I will take Zach Wilson.
Unless the Jaguars decide to take like Justin Fields or Zach Wilson at the first pick, which I don't think they will.
They should.
I think it's a pretty obvious go with the fucking
You gotta
blonde
go.
guy.
You gotta go with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is
Yeah.
the best quarterback prospect to come out of college. Since
Andrew Luck.
and he's
Andrew Luck.
probably better than Andrew Luck.
He'll be. I hope that he has a really good career. I think he might even be like better than Andrew Luck ever was or will be.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely think he has the potential to be a guy like Aaron Rodgers, 100%. I think he could. I think he could totally end up in the top 10 quarterbacks of all time conversation by the time he retires, maybe even higher. You're looking at an incredible talent, and if he can get the right pieces around them, I like the Urban Meyer hire. I
Yeah.
think it brings some, a great football mind in. I'm curious on how he'll do in the NFL.
I feel like they need to sign a receiver or two. Like if you bring Allen Robinson back, which I don't think is a. I think Allen Robinson is going to go to the Jets.
It's not a good idea for them to bring back
No.
Allen Robinson.
No.
They don't want one of those guys. If they can draft a receiver in the second
I would
round,
say that.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
But I would sign some pieces to solidify that linebacker. Not the linebacker. Just solidify that defense in general. C.J. Henderson's great. Who's the edge rusher that I have? Other than Miles Jack, who's the other edge rusher that they have? They just
I honestly
drafted.
forget.
I have no idea.
What's his name? I don't remember his name, but they have a good edge rusher. They just drafted Cleveland Chase on. He did jack shit this year.
I trust that he's going to develop, though. I think he was
Yeah, same.
always seen as a project.
Yeah.
Serious talent in that guy, though, so I don't expect them to replace him just yet.
They still have a young Miles Jack too.
Miles Jack. How old is Miles Jack? 24?
Yeah, he's young and he's one of the best
extremely
linebackers in the league. And obviously, like, who's the other? Telvin Smith. If he comes back, he'd be on that team, but he's not going to come back after Yeah, he fucked was it a 15-year-old?
Yeah, he's never coming back. They should cut him right away. He's not. That's not a person who should be in the NFL.
You might want to sign AB to a 1-year deal.
I would not hate that
Chris
actually.
Godwin.
If I were them.
AB, Chris Godwin. No, I want Chris Godwin on the Pats. I want Chris Godwin on the Pats.
They don't. I don't think he works there.
No.
I think they need a veteran receiver, but not like an incredible receiver. I'd say somebody a little bit worse than probably Chark, because I love Chark as their
Chark's
one.
gonna be a great.
And I love
receiver.
Chenault as their 3, because they like. I think Urban Meyer really loves like 3 and 4 receiver sets, if I do recall correctly, with
Maybe you
one
sign a
great
tight end.
back in the backfield. Obviously, you need a tight end.
James Robinson. I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, James Robinson's
He's gonna be great. He's gonna be
But-
great.
You know what? I think the perfect fit for them would be Gronkowski, but I know for damn sure he ain't leaving Tampa
Oh,
Bay.
no.
Nope. Not leaving
He's
Tommy.
literally the perfect fit for Jacksonville. So if they can get somebody like him, they'll be in great shape. Obviously not as good. You're not going to get somebody as good as him.
No.
Probably. I know he's not what he used to be, but he's still, I'd say a top 10 tight end, especially after that performance in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Showed that he still has the ability to go out and get it. But I just don't think he's as consistent anymore.
You still have a veteran Andrew Norwell and Brandon Linder on your offensive line as well, and you have Cam Robinson, who's actually pretty young. I think he's like 24.
He's overpaid,
tackle,
but
he's overpaid,
I think
yeah.
he's definitely a good piece for them to have. And their O-line's really good, so I think I'm actually very happy for Trevor Lawrence that he ends ending up there, because they have a lot more talent, especially on that offense, than the Jets do. And their defense is what they need to solidify, and they just need to grab another veteran receiver until I can't pronounce his name, but you guys know who I mean, Chenault or whatever it is.
Laviska Shenault.
Yeah. If they can,
He's like a really
Yeah.
good run after catch.
They just got to get a veteran receiver
wide
to wait for him to
receiver.
develop, because I think he's only like 21 or 22.
Shenault, yeah, no, he was a rookie this year.
Yeah, I know
feel
he's really young. So if they can just let him just get a veteran receiver, he'll develop that number 2 guy behind Chark, I think.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need,
What does Brian
because
think?
Lawrence is an incredible talent at quarterback.
You just need to solidify that defense again.
And you have to remember, I mean, Chark was looking pretty good with Minshew and Glennon at quarterback.
And Lutton.
And Jake Lutton. Yeah, he's looking good with those guys at QB.
with 3 bums. Sorry, Gardner, your fucking mustache is great, but
No, Gardner's actually pretty decent. But he's not Trevor Lawrence. I'd actually be okay if the Patriots went out and got Gardner Minshew.
I
wouldn't
want
hate it.
I want Fitzpatrick on that team.
I would
to be
prefer
honest. Complete
Fitzpatrick.
the AFC East.
But if we were going for a long-term fix, I'd want
Mac Jones.
Trubisky. Well, no, in
Yeah,
free agency.
free agency?
Trubisky, Darnold, or
Brissett.
Minshew. I know that Darnold probably isn't going to be a free agent, but there's a chance that they cut him if they draft a quarterback.
Brissett's a possibility, and so is Jimmy G. But I don't think Brissett's not.
I said long-term for a reason.
Yeah, they're not long-term
I
options.
mean, like,
Jimmy G's
development
contract's god awful. Brissett's contract, he got paid $15 million this year to back up Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, and you know what that cost him?
Nothing. Also his career.
Possibly getting a star receiver.
That is true, but what is
They could have used a receiver. That's really where they had issues.
Mhm.
I know that Phillip didn't play great.
I feel like
But they just
Government
didn't have enough
center,
weapons. T.Y. Hilton
No.
isn't what he used to be, and I honestly can't even name anybody but Pittman. That he can
Pittman.
throw. Zach Pascal and Pittman are
Yeah.
the only 2 receivers that I can name out of
I
that
get-
team besides
also-
T.Y. Hilton.
They
Mo
saw
Alley Cox.
and Jack
He
Doyle.
played great for the first 6 or 7 weeks, but he was not very good after that.
I feel like the Colts have serious
Obviously
potential
Jack Doyle
for
as well, Jonathan Taylor, but I mean, as wide receivers,
Yeah.
they just don't have enough.
They have
edge
serious
guys.
talent on that offense. They just need to still have probably the best O-line in the league. You have did Marlon Mack opt out or did he get injured?
He tore his ACL, I think.
Oh, so he's not going to be what he used to be. He used to be very good,
I don't think they really need him. I think
and
they
also
should
they don't
trade.
need.
I think they
yeah,
should
he's a
trade
great
him in
trade
this
piece
offseason.
because they still have Hines and Taylor. Who- Jonathan Taylor's probably going to be
Jonathan
one of
Taylor
the best
is
backs in the league eventually.
Jonathan Taylor is better than Marlon Mack was,
yes, he
right?
is.
And Naheem Hines is an incredible backup.
Mhm.
So I think they should move on from Marlon Mack and trade him for some decent receiver. Like if they trade him and maybe a 3rd round pick for Cortland Sutton, I think that's a pretty good trade for both sides.
I don't think they need. I don't think they need Marlon Mack though because they already have Lindsey and Gordon. They're both overrated.
They
but-
struggled at running back this year. They
That's
did
true.
the running back by committee thing with those 2, and it didn't really work
Yeah,
out
they
for
just
them.
need to find one center back, which worked with only Lindsey. But I feel like Marlon. I do see Marlon Mack on that type of team.
Lindsey had one really strong year. He hasn't
first
really
year.
had great sense. So I
No.
think there's a chance that trade works out for both sides.
That is true.
Maybe switch that third for a second.
Mhm.
But I think definitely like one of those like
Or you
mid-round
go out in
picks.
free agency and sign a receiver. I know Kenny Galladay's out there, which they don't need. I think they need someone who can just be reliable in catching the ball.
That's why I
which
think
is like
I think they'd be better off
or
with
Robinson.
Sutton. I think they'd be better off with Sutton than any of those guys just because of the age factor.
Dude, Allen
And
Robinson.
Chris Godwin obviously
I
is
saw,
their best
I saw
option,
something
right?
about Allen Robinson. He has like the 94th out of 106 like receivers that they did this for. He of like catchable passes, and he still like is a top 10 receiver. Imagine if the dude
Allen
didn't
Robinson's
have
incredible.
yeah,
Allen
he's
Robinson's insane.
incredible
But
talent.
I just think the
Trubisky-
Colts should go younger at receiver, considering they
Yeah.
do need to find a quarterback. And if they give up like a second or third round pick and Marlon Mack, who they don't really need,
And try and
for somebody like Courtland Sutton,
you know,
that'd be
if they
a
can
great
pick
move
up
for them.
Mac Jones with their pick, which I don't think they will be. I think Mac Jones is a mid-first rounder.
Where's their first round pick? I think
It's like
low
20th.
20s. Yeah, so he might fall there.
He might fall, but I feel
Especially-
like that's an
I
option
think,
with
I think he probably does fall there.
I won't
unless-
be surprised.
unless New England picks him.
Isn't
Or is Pittsburgh? Is Pittsburgh before them as well? I
no,
don't think that they are.
no.
So unless
No.
New England picks Mac Jones, I think he'll probably be available at 20.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about the Panthers. I really like the Panthers as an organization. I feel like they made a great hire in Matt Rule. He looks like he's a really good coach. They just need to solidify that defense. That offense is dangerous already.
They also need a quarterback.
Also, yeah, Teddy B is
Teddy
terrible.
B is not.
So
a
I feel like they're
I
a
think
quarterback.
Teddy B's a great bridge guy, right? But they need to find a franchise
Yeah.
quarterback, and they need to do it quickly.
Yep. Or else you're gonna waste McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. The rest of he's like 28.
I mean,
And
unless they're thinking, you know,
They might pick Kyle Pitts this year. By the way,
unless they try to develop PJ Walker, which
I don't
also
think they
I wouldn't hate that idea.
I don't think
I
they
think he
would.
has a lot of potential there. I know he's a little bit older than you'd probably think for a rookie, but I think that's not probably the worst idea ever.
I feel like they're gonna draft
they
Kyle
can-
Pitts this year. Because they need
I
a tight
also
end
think
badly.
that and I could also see them going Trask in the second round.
Mhm.
I honestly would actually love that.
And they
pick.
have a great young tackle in Trey Turner, I believe. Or what's
yeah.
his name?
I think that's it.
Yeah, but they really do need to sign some more defensive pieces, like Derek Brown and Yetur Gross-Matos and Jeremy Chinn. 3 great rookies. They're going to be the head of that defense going forward. But they need to get corners. Dante Jackson's okay. You know, the secondary is probably what cost them this season.
They just got to go get one more corner and they'll
Yep.
be fine. I think everything else. Maybe get.
They should have kept Bradbury.
Maybe a linebacker. You know, maybe they trade for
Losing
Bradbury.
Bradbury for them was actually
Yeah.
pretty rough.
Bradbury. Hopefully, yeah.
Because he developed as soon as he left.
Yeah. Speaking of the Giants, I think Joe Judge might be the second best hiring next to Matt Rule.
I think he might be a better hire than Matt Rule.
That's true.
He fixed that culture.
Also, holy fucking shit, Giants fans! I still hate you for complaining about being 5-11 and not making the playoffs, or like
Also-
6-10.
I think the football team would have won that game anyways.
Oh yeah, no.
Jalen Hurts isn't as good as you think he is.
Jalen Hurts he's a great player, obviously. You know, he's an NFL quarterback, probably gonna be the starter. I just think that Philadelphia team's a dumpster fire now.
Yeah, they've
I
went from
think
a
it's a
Super Bowl
shithole.
winner to possibly a worse franchise, at least a less desirable franchise than the
Than the-
Jets. At least the Jets have cap room. You guys are like
Speaking of fucking
over.
cap
You guys
room,
probably
they're over 30 million right now.
yeah. I think you guys are like one of the worst teams when it comes to cap space because you have like
Next
negative
to the
30 million.
Saints.
Obviously, you have more than the Saints. Congratulations.
Yeah, you
That's
have 100
that's
million.
probably the least desirable team to go to right
Oh
now.
yeah, no one's signing there. They're
Yeah.
probably gonna have to trade away some of their bigger
Bro,
pieces.
I think
Thomas is gone.
they are a dark horse to go 0-16 next year.
Michael Thomas will probably be gone.
Oh, and
Demario
16.
Davis is probably gone.
I'm
Yeah,
calling
Marcus
it
Williams is
1-15 or
gone.
0-16.
Marshawn Lattimore might be gone. Kamara might be gone. Like a ton
Cameron
of they have to
Jordan.
The
clear
whole
a ton
team's
of
got to
space.
go. They're 100 million over the cap.
Yeah.
Anybody worth anything has to
They're
go.
gonna trade Taysom Hill. They're trading Taysom Hill now.
Taysom Hill's going to be a free agent, I believe.
No, I don't think he is. No, they signed him last year.
Did
So-
they, oh yeah, it was a 2-year.
It was a
15
2-year. It was a
year.
2-year, 15 million per year.
Yeah, he's out.
They need to trade him.
He's out, and
And that's why
They're probably just gonna have to
I
re-sign
think that's why they.
Jameis.
I think that's why they started started Taysom over Jameis to get his trade stock up, because
probably.
they knew what situation they're heading into,
I
and
mean,
their
they
Super Bowl window just closed shut. They're not getting back here
Yeah.
for the next 10 years.
Yeah, they got to trade everything for draft picks.
Mhm.
Everything for draft picks.
You
Because
might
that's
be.
the cheapest available thing that you can.
You're gonna get a first out of Kamara. You might get a first out of Thomas. You might get a first out of Lattimore.
I mean, I think their best option is just go like the Oklahoma City Thunder did. Trade
Trade everything
of
for
value
picks.
for draft picks. It's all that they can really do.
Yeah.
They're so far into the cap that they can't go out and get anybody.
Cam Jordan might be gone. Trey Hendrickson
He's
might be
100%
gone.
gone. Anybody?
Hey, Patriots, trade for Trey Hendrickson.
Guys, Trey Hendrickson, I believe, is going to be a free agent.
That's true. You know he is.
So anybody who's getting paid anything by the Saints has to get traded, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you guys have to know, anybody who's watching this, anybody from the Saints who's getting paid a decent amount is out the door. So if you're a Saints fan, get rid of your attachment to them. I'm sorry.
They're gonna
They're
suck
gone.
for the next 5-6
They're
years.
those players are gone. Well, the Saints could be good if they get good rookies.
Yeah,
they
that's
could be
true.
good in a couple of years here. But those guys who are on your team right now, sadly, are gone.
Most
Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams.
He's a free agent this year anyway.
Yeah, but
Which
I
they
mean,
wouldn't have been able to sign him.
they wouldn't have been.
Drew Brees gone. Alvin Kamara gone.
I
Michael
feel bad for
Thomas
you.
lost.
Jared Cook, gone.
Ryan Ramczyk might be gone.
Ryan Ramczyk's got to get traded. That contract,
Yes,
I believe, is huge.
Yes, it is. It might be the most the most paid offensive lineman. Who else is that? Teron Armstead. He's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Their
you guys,
tackles. You had a
guys-
great team, and you got. I mean, I still.
you guys
feel bad
got
for you
screwed.
in
I
the
feel really
championship.
bad because that team was really good. I mean,
I
the
feel
only
like they
thing that I
could
can
beat
really
the
say is
Patriots that year.
horrible cap management.
Yeah,
Horrible
that's
cap
what.
management.
That's what
That's
did
what
them
screwed
in.
you guys. Awful cap management.
If they had did they have like no cap last year to sign free agents?
Yeah, they went all out, right, for these last few years,
And
it just didn't work
didn't
out.
work out.
Which is why I say you never really want to go all out like that. You got to have some sort of cap management because they pushed all these contracts back for their cap hit to hit in like this year, expecting that they would have won a Super Bowl by now and it would have been worth it.
And it just didn't
It
happen.
just didn't work out for you. And
I think
that's
that's the
why
same
I
thing
say
that's
you
going to
just
happen.
can't
I
do
feel
that.
like this is the same thing that's going to happen with the Chiefs because you have so many great talented players on your roster.
A lot of their cap hits are pushed out pretty far as
Yes, a lot of their cap hits are pushed out pretty far, and I mean that Mahomes contract's ridiculous. 500 and
Dude, I
something
think
million.
Mahomes is going to be like $75 million in cap hit by the end of that contract one year.
Yep, I think
It's
this last
something
year
ridiculous.
75 million.
It's something ridiculous.
Like
And unless the cap grows by a lot, and it probably will, but not by that
because
much,
of the expanding.
there's no way that they can have anybody else.
You know, I feel also the trade. I mean, there's a lot of rumors right now in the NFL, like J.J. Watt, where he's gonna go. I think he's going to the Steelers because of his brothers.
I personally have the Packers. I think he's going to go home.
I think he's gonna go to the
I think
Steelers with his
Steelers.
brothers.
Although Steelers are definitely the runner-up in my
Brown.
mind.
There's allegedly 12 teams, including Patriots. You know, that's a great. If they sign, dude, I kind of want to see J.J. Watt in the
I think
Patriots.
every team should be asking about J.J. Watt.
Yep.
As you should be talking to him right now.
Yep.
He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. I don't care that he's always hurt and that he's getting old. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's an incredible player.
He's a game-changing player. He's like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald this year against the Seahawks, I believe,
Also,
30%
him winning
of his
Defensive Player
stat.
of the Year over T.J. Watt was kind of a sham.
Yeah, I
The
know.
only reason that he should have won it is because he just triple-teamed every play.
Yeah. Also, he's a D tackle, and what he did is ridiculous at D tackle. Like not even.
Actually,
heard of.
he's just defensive line. He plays everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's true. He'll fucking line up at cornerback and blitz. Fuck it. Running back will pick him up at
He's
full speed.
insane, dude. He is insane.
The dude trains like a monster, but I mean, against the Seahawks, they had to triple team him like 30% of the plays, and I mean Russell.
Triple team.
Dude,
That's 3/5 of your offensive line on one man.
they might have actually had to put it like a double team somewhere else too.
They accidentally put 4 guys on him one play. I think I saw.
Yeah, but I also heard rumors that Russell Wilson might want to get traded too.
I don't think that they're going to trade
They're
him.
not
But
gonna trade him,
I also
but-
think the Seahawks are another team that is screwed. Because if you look at the moves that their division has a chance to make,
Holy shit, that
Oh,
Jamal
boy.
Adams trade is so bad. That Jamal Adams trade is so bad.
awful move.
He's
Awful
not.
move.
He's not a great
not-
safety.
I say they got to move him to linebacker.
He's
so good there.
He might be the best linebacker in the league if he gets moved there. But 2 first-rounders for him, terrible trade. Absolutely terrible. And, you know, you look at the division right now, they're all contenders, right? The Cardinals just need to sign a little bit better of a coach. Maybe not.
I don't have a problem with Kingsbury, actually. I just think that they need to work on
I feel like they need to work on their defense in their O-line.
And I think they probably have to upgrade from Kenyon Drake to become a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. I think the receiving core is great for the future. D-Hop
Or
and
just
Kirk.
grab like another guy, like a power back or something, to kind of tag team with him.
Like Kamara and I believe it's Latavius Murray.
Yeah. I just don't think that Kenyon Drake can be your solo
He's not
feature back.
Yeah. And I feel like Kyler Murray, the midget's going to develop into I think maybe one of the best, if not the best, quarterbacks in the league at one point. Like he's a great talent, awesome arm talent because of the baseball experience that he has. But that division might be the best division in football because the 49ers are contenders.
I just think there's a lot. Well, I don't know about the 49ers. We'll get
Maybe
into
not.
that.
That might be.
I just think there's a lot of moves that division can make. I think
Yep.
there's a lot of potential moves that can be made in that division.
Watson
And
to the
also,
Niners.
the Rams are going to be insane next year.
I want Stafford to win a ring because I think he's underrated as hell.
Stafford's a
all
top
the time.
10 quarterback in the league, don't at me.
Yeah, he's extremely underrated all the time.
Especially with that talent.
Yeah, and with the wide receivers that they have, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp give up anything for that team. They're tight ends at receiver, and their offensive line is great. Whitworth's a great veteran.
They're just similar to Edelman with their physicality.
Yep.
I think
younger.
they're super versatile.
Yep.
I really wish that they would use them in like other spots. Like I would love to see some trick plays with Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp at like fullback or something, where you do some funky stuff. Because I really think they could also have the potential if you can, get some stuff in where you could throw the ball with them. I just think that they're really versatile players.
That offense is insane because you have two decent tight ends, Tyler Higbee, and Gerald Everett. So their offensive line is decent. It could be improved on. Also, Cam Akers is probably going to be a very good running back. Not totally top 10, but top 15.
Yeah,
probably.
I think that they should probably...
He's a great running back.
They should either try to develop him,
Yeah, I think
or
they
if they go for the Super Bowl, I think that they could flip him for somebody like a
running back
they
helps
could.
out.
You know what? They've got to get Kamara.
That's
If they go out and get Kamara, they are the Super Bowl champions, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Great defense, and that
is
offense
so
will be
good.
unstoppable.
They have Jalen Ramsey, probably top 2 cornerback in the league. They have awesome corners around him. The safety
Best corner in the league.
Most likely, yes. Who's John Johnson? Great safety. Their linebacking core is pretty good, and obviously that defensive line.
They got Brockers. They got Donald. It's insane.
Yeah.
And if they can go out and get
go out and get a kicker too.
If they get Kamara,
Matt
Gay.
Matt Gay's their kicker right now.
Matt Gay isn't that bad though.
No, he isn't. And they also
I think they're fine.
do they still have Johnny Hacker? Yeah, they do.
I think so.
Johnny
They got rid of Zerline.
Johnny Hacker might be the best punter in the league. Nah, Jake Bailey. Jake
Bailey's up there. Michael Dixon's up there.
Jack Fox.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good punters in the league right now.
Yeah.
Hey. Also, rumor. I watch Pat McAfee show every day. Sounding like he might want to come out of retirement and go to the Bucks. I think he's joking. But if he does, that team will be electric.
They need to, dude.
Bro, you got Gronk and McAfee on the same team. I'm sorry, that would be hilarious.
They should sign Adam Vinatieri too. Get Adam Vinny paired up with Tommy again.
Yeah, honestly, it'd probably be better than Suck Up. Also, Vinatieri. Another thing that I got from the Pat McAfee show. Coming out of retirement, he's going to try to make a comeback this year. He took the year off because he was hurt and had surgery. I definitely think somebody will go out and get him.
It made the legend of Rodrigo Blankenship, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think the Colts were right to move on from him, but I think a team should go out and get him. I think there's a lot of teams that could use a kicker like him. I know he had a rough year last year. He was injured. I think teams should give him a chance. If he doesn't look great, that's fine. But I think he's the greatest kicker of all time.
He is.
He should always have an opportunity whenever he wants to go play for a team.
Justin Tucker's the second best kicker of all time because of the
Morton
stats.
Anderson.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really know kicker stats like fucking accuracy percentage, and then that's basically it.
Don't need it.
In game-winning kicks.
Greatest is legacy. Morton Anderson's better than Justin Tucker when it comes to
true.
legacy.
That is true, but I feel like we should. Wait, what do we want to talk about now? We've talked about basically every division.
I guess we move on to the Benintendi thing, and then we'll go to the Celtics being awful.
Oh yeah, the fucking Benintendi thing. That is ass.
Awful trade. Okay,
God awful.
You'll see, I'm wearing a Red Sox city right now. A massive Red Sox fan. These two guys know. Massive fan. Go to probably when they allow fans in stands, 20 games a year. Massive fan. I know pretty much everything about the team. Last year I didn't follow it as much because they kind of sucked.
Trash.
That trade is awful. I know Benintendi had a rough year last year. He was hurt most of the year. Didn't play great when he was on the field. But to get basically jack shit for him, I'm actually pretty excited about Wisnowski. The other guy, not really too excited about it. Yeah, unless we get 3 really good players on the players' name there. If we can get like a top 15 prospect from a team, maybe a top 10 prospect from the Mets, and then just some other prospects, then this trade might look good. So I might look stupid after this, right? But unless those players to be named later are good players, this trade was a huge trade.
Fucking god.
Benintendi, I believe, is 25 years old, has insane potential, right? And I think if he can hit his stride, because he's shown that he can hit his stride, you know?
Yep.
2018, he was an incredible player.
Yep.
And I know he's been statistically slightly below average defensively. I don't agree with that. I just think, you know, that left field in Boston is a bit rough to play.
It is.
I think he's definitely a great defender in the outfield. I think if you just watch him, you can tell that. But,
They really went from Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Benintendi to Verdugo.
I'm actually pretty happy with that Marco Gonzalez.
You know,
we did pick up Marwin Gonzalez, so I'm actually really happy about that. We got both Gonzalez and Kike Hernandez, so I'm actually okay with that.
I'm an idiot when it comes to baseball.
And I think that the team this year could actually be decent. I think they're a dark horse.
Hey,
I think they're. Yeah, that's the ESPN thing. I think they're a dark horse to make the playoffs because they do have a lot of pretty good players, and if Chris Sale can come back mid-season, the way that Chris Sale is, and Alex Cora, while I personally don't like him because of the cheating, right? He is an incredible coach. So if we can get Chris Sale back the way that he was pre-injury, and I think we can with that because he fixed his arm. You know, his arm was messed up. That's why he was throwing soft this last year that he was healthy, right? But if we can get him back to like 2017, 2018 Chris Sale, which I think is very possible, then this team suddenly becomes a contender. That rotation is going to be pretty solid. The only iffy part is the bullpen. The bullpen's going to be rough, but I think there's a chance we go out and grab a bullpen arm. There's a lot still left in free agency. But that rotation's actually going to be pretty solid. If we can get, like, by the end of the year, like, Sale, Rodriguez, I guess, Perez, and then 4 would be maybe Matt Andreezy,
Sure.
and then 5 Tanner Houck. That's a pretty solid rotation. It's like Brian Madden in the bullpen. I think by the end of the year, Jaron Duran's also going to get called up. I know that you probably don't know who that is. And possibly Tristan Casas as a September call-up. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for all I have to say on the Red Sox right now. Because
we might just move on to another sport that I have no clue about. The Bruins. Apparently they're the best team in the league. Apparently Pasternak's like a top 5 player.
I don't think they're the best team in the league right now, but they
apparently they're nasty, though.
They have looked really good. I think they're on a pretty...
They
were on a pretty big winning streak. I don't know if they still are. I don't really watch that much hockey.
Clue.
But, yeah, I mean, apparently they're playing pretty well. Pasternak, since he came back from injuries, also looked really good. I know he had a hat trick, like his first night or second night back. So...
Isn't he also like 24?
He's like 24, 25. I think you guys can correct me on that, but I know he's pretty young. Yeah, but I really hope that team can just come in and, you know, I really hope that core can win a Stanley Cup. I definitely don't think that their title contention is over anytime soon.
No.
I think Marchand's like 30. Bergeron's the only guy who's like pretty old and about to leave. Tuca's another guy who might leave pretty soon. Mm-hmm. But I think McAvoy's really young and really good. Pasternak's really young and really good. And then there's some other guys, you know, you always have some strong suits there. So let's just move on. I guess we just move on to the Celtics.
I mean, they've lost really twice to the Pistons. Like, come on.
So, you know what? Tatum and Brown need more help.
Yes,
Kemba's looked awful.
Yep.
Awful. He's had a couple of good games here and there, but overall, he's looked awful. So I think
I wish they'd started Pritchard over him.
No. He's still better than Pritchard, by far. Yeah. But Pritchard's got a lot of potential, so I think that we need to give him more minutes. Jeff Teague should never touch about NBA basketball court ever again. After seeing what happened last night against the Pistons, he should never touch court. Tristan Thompson's gotten better. Yeah. Okay. But I also just hate when they start Tristan Thompson and Daniel Tice at the same time. If they are on the court at the same time, they should never touch the court at the same time.
I really do. I really wish they made the trade for Oladipo and Miles Turner when those trading rooms were hopping around. Still, I want them to get a center.
We could definitely use Oladipo. Miles Turner's a little bit overpaid.
Yeah.
I think the perfect thing that we could do is go like I maybe Kemba and like Kemba straight up for Drummond, or like Kemba and Langford for Drummond. If we get Drummond, and then we just start Smart at the 1, this team becomes a title contender because that's what we need. We need Drummond. We need somebody like Drummond. I know he can't shoot the ball at all, but we don't need scoring around. We need defense. We need help on defense.
We need interior defense.
We have enough, and you know, maybe a bench scorer. So actually, you know, let me rephrase it. I'd actually prefer if we go Kemba and Langford. Actually, no, just Kemba and like some bum. Like
Semi Ojeleye.
Semi Ojeleye is good.
Yeah,
he scored like 24 points. He's a good player. Don't diss Semi Ojeleye like that. Maybe like somebody with like little value. So maybe like Teague and
He has little value right now.
Teague and Kemba for like PJ Tucker and Victor Oladipo. I'd do that.
I'd be good for that. I'm down for that.
And then you know you just trade something else for some sort of interior presence. Because then you get your point.
Is Hassan Whiteside cheap?
We could definitely get Hassan Whiteside. Yeah, he's not playing very much in Sacramento.
Oh,
so we wouldn't have to.
I'd be down for that. Like he's a great interior.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And
and then that starting lineup, if that happened, if we went out and got him, would be like.
It'd be Smart.
I think we'd go. Did we give up?
We would give up Kemba.
So it would be Smart, Oladipo, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and then Hassan Whiteside at the 5.
Yeah.
With the bench being like Pritchard, Semi Ojeleye, PJ Tucker, and I'd probably like to see Naismith as the 9th guy.
Yes.
No, Tristan Thompson and Daniel Tice also out there.
I think Naismith still needs. I think he's a very raw talent that needs work.
Yeah, I think he's actually looked really good when he gets on the floor though. Lately, he's been shooting the ball really well. He needs to work on defense, but he has the tools, so I think he can definitely get a lot better.
I guess some.
He's unlike he's very different than Langford. Well, I like Langford. I think he has talent, and I think he can get a lot better. I just think Naismith has the higher ceiling right now because that jumper is just so good, and he has the tools to become a great player. I would trade Robert Williams if the pieces are right.
Yeah.
I'd prefer actually if we start Robert Williams.
I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. He's been playing good.
He's been playing really well when he gets time on the court. And I'd also like to see the Celtics send Taco Fall to the G League bubble. Yep. I just want him to get some playing time, get some reps in.
I want him to.
Because I think he developed actually quite a bit.
If he develops, develops a jumper and, develops more on the interior.
I don't think he'll get much of a jumper, but if he can just develop somewhat of a jumper, we'll be fine.
Somewhat of a jumper, some more interior defense and basketball knowledge and IQ.
By somewhat of a jumper, we mean he can shoot
30%.
He can shoot 30% on wide open threes.
I mean,
even 25% on wide open threes. If he just has somewhat of a threat,
because I feel
from the
I feel
3-point line, it opens up the offense so much more. That's the real problem when he's on the court. Is just the offense is just.
I feel like
so constricted to the paint whenever he gets the ball.
I feel like if he is able to get the ball and is able to shoot like 30 or 40%,
he'll never be able to shoot 40%.
No. If he shoots
30% from 3, he's unstoppable. Then.
Nope.
That's like Giannis shoots like 30% from 3.
Yep.
And he's not seen as a horrible shooter. He's not a good shooter either. Don't get me wrong, Giannis is not good. Where'd Brady? So we'll put the links.
So overall, this podcast has been about fuck EA. They need to make their game better.
Fuck 2K. Fuck Epic. Also, Rocket League's become shit since Epic took it over.
Yep. All the Fortnite kids are now over there putting insane time into that.
And also, I think it's just about, kind of what we want to do with this channel and our gaming channel in the future.
Yes.
And I think that this channel actually has a lot of potential if we can just, get it going.
We can
get you guys to put some support on us if you are entertained.
If you're entertained, share this with a friend if they know they would enjoy it. Like the video, leave a comment. It would really help us. If you just commented support, it would be so much easier to make videos knowing that people enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just motivate us to make better content and work harder on our videos if we know that people are enjoying it and that they oh, there he is. You're still muted, probably, right? No, okay. Well, he's right there. He's gonna say bye. But this has actually been a pretty good podcast. I think we'll probably make a bunch more of these.
On some topics.
Probably different scenery. a lot of times though. So we'll probably do
We
some
have
other people's
a
houses.
lot of options here.
Because this is my house. We have a bunch of different angles to do it down here.
I have a couple options.
He has
you
some
know.
options.
Hey, I also
He
stream on
definitely has
Twitch,
some
by the way. I forgot to
Yeah,
mention that.
yeah. Link our Twitch channels in the description.
He streams on YouTube.
Ringer on.
He streams on YouTube. Brady streams on YouTube.
I stream on Twitch and YouTube. We
you
play
should-
we play a lot of Quiplash on there.
Yeah, we only play Quiplash on your Twitch. I just stream Twitch when I record as well.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
because
So
I don't
you
have-
guys should definitely. I think you guys will enjoy that. I think you guys probably will enjoy this as well if you watch it all the way through. I don't know how long this has been.
It's probably
Hour.
Probably an hour.
I can check the time after this.
So we'll just. This is probably about the similar length as most of them will be. Probably maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer.
Half an hour to an hour, maybe
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Yeah. But it's just one of those where it's just something to listen to while you're doing some work, working out or something, doing some homework.
Yeah,
Just something
I would say doing homework because I mean that, and I would say like doing housework because like just like cleaning your room, just
if
to
you're
listen
bored,
to this.
or if you just enjoy watching our videos and you just enjoy our personalities, and you think that this is entertaining. If we can get some support, we can definitely upgrade our whole situation over here.
Set up.
Yeah,
everything.
we'll be able to get
Camera.
better mics.
we can like actually buy mics.
So if you guys really like this and you just want our quality to get better, then just support us. Shout us out. Tell your friends. Try to have them watch
Yep.
us. Definitely leave a like.
Definitely,
Subscribe.
yeah, please. That would
Comment,
support
because
us
that
so
helps us
much.
the algorithm. This is
As
a really
well.
small channel right now. We've been working on it for a long time, and we just
Trying to
kind
think
of
of
want
ideas
to
of
get it
what we're
started.
gonna do.
Also, face reveal, boys.
Oh yeah, face reveal.
This is
Remember that.
technically a face reveal, I do believe.
Hey, I'm just.
I mean, you guys on this channel have been listening to me since when, like 2017, probably. It's been like 4 years since I opened up this channel.
Hey, I technically started mine last year with NFL content, and how I thought when AB went to the Patriots, I thought that team was gonna be literally winning the Super Bowl, and then it just went to shit because
If
they
AB stayed on that team,
that title contender.
more than a title contender, that team was the Chiefs.
That team was the Chiefs without a mobile quarterback.
As you can see, Brady was still very, very good. He just needed some weapons.
Yep. I mean, you can't go into the playoffs with your main weapon as old ass Julian Edelman, and your main tight end is Matt Lacoste. Well, wait, when were we supposed to wrap this up?
Yeah, we just went on a ramble
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I hope you guys definitely enjoy our podcast right here. Sorry about this little ending. We kind of, we're not used to this. This is our first time doing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And we'll probably do it again. Try to do this like weekly-ish?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we could probably honestly record a couple this week. We'll probably make a couple of these because we are going to be hanging out a lot because we got school vacation. And this is definitely probably going to be I'm not going to say permanent, but we're going to try to do this for a while probably.
Depends on what you guys
Just
want.
depends on what you guys want. I think this is kind of a fun idea, and I think that it could definitely evolve into something.
You guys just have to
And
tell us.
we just gotta tell us if you like this, and if you like our other types of videos that we're gonna make. The old videos that are on here
You won't see
probably
those.
aren't going to.
Stay up.
No, they're probably gonna stay up. They just probably won't be. That's not the type of videos that we want to make anymore. We want to make higher quality stuff.
More real
So
life, IRL.
yeah.
This is basically a group channel now.
Yeah. It was pretty much just me before this. These two worked on it a little bit, but mainly it was just me making some videos. We've tried to make it a group thing for a while, and we just kept on hitting roadblocks. Like we were just about to start making some group videos once the COVID thing started, and then we just kind of got stopped. I think we did make like one group video over the summer. I don't know if we posted it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't end up posting that.
We made a group Among Us, but just we didn't get enough gameplay.
Yeah.
No one screen recording.
And just group videos, I think, is what we want to do. It's just not.
Group videos.
Yes. So, I mean, if you guys think it's a good idea, we'll probably do some like 4-on-4 basketball content this summer and spring.
Cooking videos.
Definitely those as well. Once we have the ability to.
Yeah.
This is definitely. I think this is a pretty good like studio area for the podcast. We'll probably do it at
Hopefully
the other guys'
upgrade
houses
a
as
bit.
well. Yeah, it can definitely get upgraded, but I think it's a good area. Especially once we hit like 1,000 subs, we can start making money off this thing. This is gonna upgrade massively. I'll probably end up like soundproofing it and everything. But for right now, I think it's pretty good for early, podcast.
No, it's a very good.
Early gaming. So this is also the same room where I record my gaming videos, and probably gonna end up doing webcam eventually, but just not yet because I don't want to buy it because I do play on a PlayStation. So and an Xbox One, but I'm gonna play the PS5 once I get that. Yeah, let's just wrap it up. So, all right. So it's Ryan.
Just Vig.
Brady.
And that's the triple.
Double TV.
That's been the Triple Double TV podcast.
Leave
Hope
a
you guys
like.
hope you guys enjoy.
Comment.
All right. See ya.